Paper or plastic?
We're never gonna be able to defeat this thing!
Computer systems are failing.
Don't you think I'd try that? Don't you think I'd try that?
Hello, gamers. Welcome back to Gregory. It's been a minute. Yeah. So it's been a few days since I've streamed this game. So we've done a little bit of off-stream material processing, you know? We've done a little bit of off-stream processing. We've done a little bit of off-stream processing. We've processed a little bit of steel off-stream. You know, I think we've done a tiny bit of steel off-stream. Oh wait, I think we made a little bit of steel off-stream, everyone. Wait, we grab more, I think I have more somewhere. I got 10 here. So, you see all of our coke ovens have turned off. That's because I run out of things to throw in them I care about. But, yeah. In case they're all still running. So, yeah, it's a real interesting experience not being able to, like, want to do anything with any of the ores, because hecking, I said I want to progress off-stream. But, so that means I just had a bunch of time to, you know, make a little bit of steel off-stream. Anyways, let's make a wire mill. I don't have machine casing. I don't have machine casing. Oh, I've got the machine casing. It's not what I want. I need to machine a hull. So it's that. 2 of yous, 2 of those up there, and that's tin wires. There. So, wire mill. Let me overlay the thingy. Is that? Tin. Motors. I'm never handcrafting a wire again. Okay, so step 2. Hi, cat. Hi. I need steam power. Which means I need more big steam pipes to funnel this steam into this thing. Yeah, all this bronze be used for that. That's perfectly fine. Wrench. Where's my hammer? Where did I put my hammer? Oh, it's in inventory. I'm just blind. Eventually, I want to give the LV machines their own space. Oh, it doesn't reach. It's fine. We'll make it work. The reach is close enough. Haha. Boom, now it reaches. Doesn't that look hideous? So, electricity needs a cable. We will use tin. Hey, Larvae. How's it going? We've got a generator. Wire. Boom. Can it accept power from the top? I actually don't know that yet. Where's my wire cutters? There they are. But yeah, hey Larvae, I made a little bit of steel off stream, Larvae. We did a little bit of steel processing off stream. I made a tiny bit of steel off stream. Touching the ME circuits, got it. So I think we're set on steel for now. So our big goal of LV is to get to the EBF. You're not set steel. I know that. That's the joke. But it's good for enough for now. Jeez, I need to make all my hecking basic cost saving machines first. So, you know, actually get some value out of my materials before I process them. That's more the thing why we're sitting on all this and it's not parts, because why make them expensive when I can make the machine to make them cheaper? I want a bending machine. So I need piston, which means I need you. Welcome to microcrafting hell. I love microcrafting hell. Because, that's what LV is at the start, because, I want maximum material savings, therefore we now live in microcrafting hell. Doop, doop, doop. I need some copper wires. And tin cables. I need more tin cables. I need a bending machine. If I ever should. Cool. Good to hear. I'm happy for you. That's just Greg Tech in general is doing things you probably shouldn't be doing. I need to get more tin wires, and I'm too lazy to, get them by crafting. Give me my coins, please. I am feeling very cheap. Actually make Autocrat 17 Project Red? That's fine. What do you mean? People have done that before. Because of lag in 64 machines. Look, it's just... If your frames are a resource to spend, just remember that your frames are a resource. You can spend them on projects. No, my big thing is, after I get my first few machines, I want to rush oil, because I want to run LV off of light fuel. Hey, Spaltons. That's my plan. That's enough motors for now. Because, like, I don't know, I just don't want to. Just circuit assembler. A lot of microcrafting. Welcome to microcrafting. I was like, good to see you. I'm happy to see you again, Smaltons. Okay, so I need a few steel plates. How many pistons do I need for a bend? Waiting for that, I see. You see you're enough now? You're running one? My guy, no, you need to be running more than one. Or go to a different fuel source. I think by the end of LV, I was on 4 of them with a battery buffer. I see. But that's because I didn't make any of the steam multi-blocks. So I was running all my stuff through singles. Oh, look, yeah, I love microcrafting hell. 450BF, gotcha. Because I don't want to turn too many of these into rods right now, because I'm going to make a lathe eventually. But because of that, we're in microcrafting hell. I'll make just a few gears. Have fun, good luck. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for the lurk. Now have fun with your own Greg adventures. We'll throw a few of these into the big hammer. Please hammer, thank you. Because our thing is, we did not get enough Steam production to really warrant going hard on Steam. I mean, this thing's turned off, but even if it was turned on, it's still not a ton of Steam production. Which means I think I want to do an early pivot to an alternate fuel source. And the only really viable fuel, in my opinion, for LV beyond upscaling Steam is a light fuel. Like, also you can do creosote if you prefer that, if you want to run a bunch of semi-fluid generators. But I feel like in our case, going hard for light fuel sounds like a good idea. I've also never done that before. I usually upscale Steam to the moon. So it'll be a different experience. Anyways, I want wires. I want many of them. Start doing your job. What was copper wire? What circuit do you need? Circuit 1. There. Mostly because I don't have to deal with upgrading all of our pipes every 2 seconds. Isn't that power dense this early? Automation is painful? Yeah, like, I just don't want to deal with upgrading all the pipes to better pipes. Like, also we don't have enough solar boilers for me to really want to keep going hard. But running and hacking 1 generator is good enough for now, because we're just making all the cost-saving machines. Anyways, we want piston. We'll hammer a few of these more into plates. I hate this. The hacking material costs. So I think I need 2 piston? So that's that. We'll make 2. And then we'll probably need more later, but... I mean, we will need more later, but I hope 2's good enough for now to get to a bending machine, but I can't remember. Where's my file at? I need a new file. Where are my sticks at? I don't think I have any sticks. I got sticks. So that file. 1 more. I just so want to bulk craft all these new components, but then I'll hate myself for the material cost that would take. And then tin. Boom. Loot bag, nothing. Okay. Bender. It is 2, I remember correctly. We also need another machine hall, which we have, and we need more circuits. Oh, ow? Ow. Ah! Where did you come from? Hello? Huh? Is part of my factory dark? Huh? It's yellow, but yellow is fine, right? Because that just means it turns dark at night? Okay, then, teleporting phantasmal spider. This round goes to you, because I don't know where you spawned from. Anyways, I need LV circuit. And for that, we need resistors. Oh boy, I sure love microcrafting. Resistors we can actually macrocraft now, because all they take is wires. Never mind, we're macrocrafting 1 billion resistors. What do you run on for that? 3? Copper rods on 3, copper ingots on 3. Cool. We are going to make yes amount of wires, because we're going to need a yes amount of wires. So it's that. Yeah, I'm just going to make as many resistors as I can fit. I need slime. Where my slime at? But anyways, yeah, welcome back to the base. It's gone through some modern infrastructure updates, such as floors and fruit trees. Yeah, I spent all the time off stream running my machines. When I wasn't running my machines, I was casting hacking brownstone by hand, and when I wasn't doing that, I was breeding IC2 crops. We've gotten precisely 0 good crossbreeds, except maybe stickreed. So, you know, that's how it be. Unless you count stickreed as a good crossbreed, which it can be. Maybe milkwort, if we need a bunch of powdered milk in the future. And then, I guess maybe canola. How viable is seed oil? Like, can I produce seed oil with canola in LV? Because we could farm canola. If we make a fluid extractor, like, that's the other thing we could try. We could do seed oil. Wait, can we even burn seed oil in something? Or do we have to convert it to a different fluid type? But, like, we could do canola. I'm just not sure how fuel efficient that is. But it's a thought. It's a thought. But we're not there yet. For now, I need my cool hacking wires. Thank you. And I need slime. See all the ethanol? Bro, that man looks dapper as heck. Take this stick. Okay, bye. Yoink. Thank you, zombie pigman. Pro tip, hit them with a stick and they explode. Is it ethanol? Yeah. I've never done seed oil before, so I don't know how much of a pain it is to get set up. I mean, it involves IC2 cross, like, plant breeding, so it's a little annoying. But the issue is we'd have to manually do it. Until we got to, like, a crop manager, we'd have to manually be harvesting the canola. Which would be such a drain, where I feel like oil's just better, because for manually harvesting fuel, we might as well be doing oil. Right? Right, my slime. I keep getting distracted. These can take slime, right? Yes. I need to plant more of these things. The leaves on these are so weird, they don't detect that the block has been updated until you break one, and then they'll pop. They don't, like, detect the block's been gone. Yeah. Because I don't think there's any real viable, like, gas setups in LV that don't involve pain and suffering. And that just leaves us with oil, seed oil, or upscaling steam. And I don't have the silver to upscale solar, and I don't have the patience to make, like, 40 hecking coke ovens for, setting up an automated, railcraft boiler setup. Or however many the quest book says you should make. It's like, yes, let me just make 19. Alright, it's only 19 coke. I would like to, not do that. We'll just make a pyrolyzed oven for benzene later if we really want to do, like, charcoal type adjacent things. 6. I guess we need to be making rubber. Is there any machine that makes cheaper rubber? Or is that an envy thing? Basic fluid extractor, chem. I don't have anything that makes cheaper rubber. That feels like an MV thing. So we may have to wait on that one. The reactor eventually is liquid. That's gonna take too much setup right now. So we'll just make the rubber as how we make it. Where'd my slime at? I need more slime trees. If you're wondering why there's 4 gold foils in that chest, I needed one to make a chocolate coin. I have so many bonus arts. I spent a lot of off-stream time making too much food. I should have a tiny bit of sticky resin too for my stick raid. Yeah. Boom. Okay, that's enough resistors for now. We're gonna need more later, but it's enough for now. What else do we need for circuits? Vacuum tubes. Okay. Everything's so expensive right now. I've got the glass tubes. They need steel rods. I'd like a lathe at some point. I always really like getting a lathe early, too. Because I feel like it's just cheaper rods is so nice. I need more copper wires. That's fine. We'll run you off circuit 1. That's enough fine wires for now. Again, welcome to the hecking wire mill. I love the wire mill so much. How's our steam buffer holding? Oh, it's perfectly fine. Again, everyone who says get the bender first is insane. Because I mean, to handcraft wires is the worst experience I've had in this run so far. In case you're wondering where this duct tape came from, a loot bag from, I forget which one. But I was doing a bunch of, like, weird random quests that didn't really matter for progression. Like, I got a bunch of sugar, and I made wood armor, and stuff like that. It's that. I got those bolts, and then... Is it mass? No, it's not. Is my category wrong? No, my category's right. Okay. Fine wires. Yeah, I'm taking that break from DC Cup because it was abysmal. I need more copper for more wires. This needs to be hammered down before I fire it. Twitch will do catch the title category. I see. Nice. W Twitch moment. Wires. Like, cause we'll end up with a lot of vacuum tubes. That'll be enough for now. Again, it's like, it's the weird, it's like, so I want to bulk craft more of these, but I also don't because the hecking cost of them right now. Circuit boards will always be expensive. There is no way to get cheaper circuit boards, right? Until we get an assembler. I mean... Is there a better way to get the hecking wood planks? Yes, if you have an assembler, you could hecking make 64 of them at once. We can't do that yet, so I guess this gets put in here, and we just press them very slowly. I already have wood pulp. I put a hecking wood cover on this machine accidentally. W. Oh yeah, also the new update drops like tomorrow, right? Like 2.8's tomorrow? That's gonna be fun to up patch and then blow up my game. I think it's tomorrow. So expect Greg tomorrow, literally tomorrow? Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna be spending tomorrow up patching. And surely nothing will go wrong when we up patch. Not the full update, it could be. Should I give it another day or two, do you think, to make sure they iron out any last, like, crashes? Or do you think it would be fine to up patch to release client? Because I don't know how stable it will be. Shout out to W Brownstone Road moment. It's probably fine, reduces the risks. It should be. Yeah, like, I'll make a backup, obviously. I mean, I always make a backup when I up patch. And we'll give it a shot. I'd like to say I'll make a backup, like, that isn't something I normally do when up patching anyways, just in case. Always be making backups. Never up patch without a backup, because you will be cry when it eats your save. I need more slime. Dang, can't believe my hecking choke point right now is I didn't make enough slime. I'm used to steel being the choke, like the thing I run out of, but because I made so much of it off stream, no, it's slime. I love how these leaves don't update half the time. Other news, eventually I'm thinking slow progress off stream towards the healing axe. I've got a soybean farm going, so I'm gonna try to get part 2 of that quest banged out and done. Like, if I go over to this, boop. Like, I've gotten a lot of the garden ones done. I need more ground gardens, I need nether, I need grass, I need desert, I need water. And then this, we're making progress on specifically Beef Wellington. I think I have to make my model smaller. Yeah, there we go. Because this is actually surprisingly easy to make compared to anything else. Rainbow Curry is going to be our big problem if we're going for Healing Axe quest, because it's Rainbow Curry. So the alternate is we can go craft one ourselves with unstable ingots, but that involves getting unstable ingots. So yeah. I'm sorry, did that eat all the hecking wood pulp already? Jeez, that hecking recipe is atrocious. It's got to run, 7 situation improved. Yeah, it probably did. It's still not for sure, but it's better now at least. So yeah. You know what? Thank you for stopping in, Ruby. Have a good rest of your day. Okay, circuit boards. What else do you need? Red alloy cable. I'm going to use the power of capitalism to get red alloy cables. Go gadget capitalism. Boom. I just really don't want to have to alloy red alloy right now. Where can these coins go? I'll go in this chest for now. That's all. Hey, yeah, welcome back to gameplay. Also known as we microcraft everything now. Dang, almost enough wires. That's enough. We'll finish the rest of these later. Okay. Then we need steel casings. Do I have a better way of making steel casings yet? Cutting machine. Fluid extruder. We could alloy smelt them cheaper. Let's do that. We will alloy smelt them. And we'll just grab stack. We'll just throw a stack in here. How's our steam buffer? Fine, cool. Like, if a steam gets bad, we can always fire this thing up manually. If we really get desperate. But as long as we aren't running the multi-blocks, it really is not bad. Because that's where a lot of the draw comes from, is the multi-blocks. Just go away. Man broke the cactus. Ah, blah. Anyways, steel casings are a solved issue. Not gonna have to hammer these because I'm not baby brained. So it's this, a red alloy cable, resistors, vacuum tubes, circuits. Ooh, I'm out of red alloy cable. That tracks because I just purchased them. That tracks for being lazy. 6 circuits is still enough to get to do a bit right now. So, bending machine. Okay, so it's you, hull, wrench, tin wire. Boom, bending machine. Cheaper plates. We now do cheap plates. So up next, we've got a couple options. We can go polarizer for cheaper motors, or we can go a lathe for cheaper rods. Both of which are fine options. I just don't know which one I want to feel like doing first. So once we bang out all 4 of those, I think we pivot to getting oil power. Because this thing can run 1 machine at a time? Maybe the polarizer at another machine. Actually, the polarizer is super cheap electricity-wise. But then we go pumps, oil, hard oil. Because we don't... Like, we'll need a centrifuge at some point, but I want more power for that, because it'd be running constantly for ore processing reasons. And we want an assembler, but that's going to eat all of our power. And the electrolyzer, we don't really need yet. Empty cells. We will want a bunch of empty cells. But I'm going to make these out of hecking steel. Probably when you do, end up recovering so much from over time. Yeah. Because it's either lathe or polarizer, but I mean, we'll just make both. We'll just make both. We will simply make both. What am I doing? We'll just make both. Wait, yeah, we could just do both. Anyways, bending machine, circuit 1. Please tell me this makes steel plates and not hacking something else cool. Why choose? We'll just make a couple machine casings. What's that? Tin. Wrought iron. I will say, this is a lot less micrografting hell than my first LV experience, which goes to show how much I've learned as a Greg player. So lathe needs a diamond. Is that in this chest? Yes. What else does it need? Another piston. We'll make 2 of them. I've lied, we'll make 1 of them. Because I refuse to craft these. Are those the initial power? Yeah. No, because... I mean, we could just go off the... We could just, like, make a generator and throw a bunch of creosote oil into it. It's really inefficient, but it will work to kickstart the system. And then after that, we can figure it out. Like, we could just do that. Again, it's inefficient, but we only need a kickstart. The other thing is we need... Because we'll need... The bigger issue is we need to be able to power the oil extractor. That's the bigger thing. So we have to make a generator for the oil, and then we have to make a generator back at base. And maybe we can use seed oil to be a stopgap between those two if we really want to. But anyways, I need tin wires, and I'm still lazy. And by still lazy, I mean we're out of rubber, because that's the one thing I didn't make in bulk. Anyways, it's like this. Hull. 2 circuits. Lathe. Either I just feed the oil? Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, no, that's not the hard part. The harder part is, again, getting the distillation set up. I have to remember to only run one of these machines at a time, or else this whole thing will power fail. An iron drill. Okay. Because the other thing, too, is, I mean, I know I'm buying cables. We'll have to actually craft cables, too, because we can't run our machines off of taking 1x cables, or else if we put a second generator on the network, it will set everything on fire and explode. I lived it out the hard way. Polarizer time. Okay, the polarizers are so cheap. 2 iron rods. I need some double X tin wires. Okay, how do I make tin wires? I'm assuming it's just on circuit 1. Yep. I need tin. Do I have Casperite sand? I do. How's our steam buffer? Dropping a bit, but that's fine. Jeez, this thing takes forever making no plates. What else? Anything here relevant? Not really. Oh, we have a bunch of tin ingots. Yeah, because, like, again, my usual was I was upscaling steam, was my usual. But, again, we're pretty low in silver. Like, I didn't get as much silver this go-around as I did my last go. So I can't just spam out advanced boilers. I don't feel like digging for small ores. I guess we could, if we're really coping for hacking rubber, we can always use wires instead of cables in our base, and then electrocute ourselves. Probably not a smart plan, though. Polarizer. Because I can't directly make these. Once they're cabled. Boom. This is our cost-saving machines. Now we can pivot to actually doing what we want. Now that we have the 4 basics. Stew. No way, is that a supreme pizza? Dang, that's getting fed towards the healing axe. Okay, so what do we actually want? I think we go for oil early. Which means we need pumps. Because there's no other machines I really care about. Like, maybe a fluid extractor for seed oil? Also, I want to get fluid cells. How do I get fluid cells? That is not the recipe for... I need empty fluid cell, not universal. You can make them to pyrolyze. Oh, it's emptying it. Cause that's in the bender. Steel plates on 12. Tin plates on 12. Okay. So let's bend these. Actually, no, we'll just do steel plates because I'm hecking lazy. 12. We've got enough steel for now. Inventory is full, and the hecking chest is full. Okay. Yeah, inventory management time. What am I doing? I can just throw more chests in there. Why organize when I can just throw more chests in the room until we, if an entire room full of chests? Boom. Okay, pumps. Need motors, which need electrolyzed rods. Hey there, polarizer. I don't think we need, like, magnetic steel rods yet, right? Because there's nothing really in LV that needs them. Just for MV stuff. And if we do, we can always just make them. Just not worry about making those yet. Any of these other machines matter? Probably not. I'll need a mixer at some point. So we don't have the multi-block one. I can make an extruder. If I want better rubber sheet production, I mean, we want an extruder at some point, but that's not priority until we get better power. Now, priority 1 is power. We need to hard lock in. Priority 1's power. I know how circuits work. Simple PCB. No clue what this is for. Empty cells, large fluid cells. That's not fluid cells for the fluid cell quest. I'll take the free rubber. Okay. Let's make a bunch of motors. Now those are running. Let me make a bunch of iron rods in the lathe. So, what's the max EU per tick of a generator? Like 32? I think for LV, yeah, 32. But this will have loss. So we could run like this and probably the polarizer at the same time. And the polarizer is hacking 16 EU per tick. We need more power production. Okay. Where's our closest oil field, actually? That's the other thing, because, I mean, we'll just chunk load it. Like, I think our closest oil is the one over here. Because the other ones are, like, over here, over there. That's Erie, that's Erie. That's Erie, that's Erie, that's all Erie. There's oil over there. Okay, you're done. I want you to go back into rubber production. I need more sulfur. Steam efforts holding. Cool. This goes into this chest. Okay, fluid cells. We also need a way to transport the oil, which I guess for now will just be by hand, but later on we definitely don't want to be running oil by hand because that's annoying. Jeez, the lathe is kind of slow. Well, anyways, motors. Not pump, motors. Yeah, we'll make 16 of them should be good for now. I don't have enough tin cables. These rubber bars need to be sheeted. There. Okay, rubber sheets. Wire, rubber, tin cable. And 10, 11. How goes this? Jeez, you're slow. But you do reclaim, some of the iron back as dust, which doesn't really matter, because iron's, like, the cheapest thing in the world for us to get more of. Magnetic dust. hacking... I guess I need to process the iron. I don't really care about ore washing in the hacking ore washer. It's so expensive, and it will just eat our entire steam buffer. We'll smelt the pyrite directly, even though it's a bit of a resource loss. This thing just takes way too many resources when you run it. More for the lathe. How do I... What's the easiest way to reclaim the iron dust? And back to ingots. I can smelt it directly. It's taking iron dust. Okay. Slime trees. But yeah, I was running to the issue where I was running out of things to do off stream because I hit the point where it's like everything just needed LV machines. So it's really hard like stalling for time off stream. Slimy saplings. Which is where you got into things like me hacking breeding a bunch of IC2 crops by hand because I got bored. Again, none of these are useful. Except maybe canola is useful. Because if we go down seed oil. And also doing the entire brownstone road thing, which has been actually useful because it lets me go faster. Okay, iron gets turned directly into rods. Jesus, slave slow. Do I have any more iron rods just around? No, I don't. We could hand file them, but the resource laws... It would hurt too much to hand do them. Anyways, I need more rubber. Which I would need more sulfur. Hi.
Hi.
I have sulfur ore somewhere. Because we macerate that. And then we could wash it if we really want to. Oh, you're still full in the wood. It's holding. Oh, I hungered out those cakes. Don't worry about the table's brown, by the way. I accidentally used cocoa beans on it. Easy mistake to make. I think 11. We'll just make 11. So these both use 16 EU per tick, so one of them will actually power fail if I run them both, right? I mean, they have an internal machine buffer. But when that runs out, they'll start to power fail, because even though this does 32 LV per tick, thanks to power loss on these wires, it won't deliver perfectly. I'm still hacking a bunch of them. Motors. Next up, pumps. Oh, they need bronze fluid pipes for that? Okay. You need to stop working, because I can only run one machine at a time. Bender, you need back to 1. These just way too much EU per tick. Iron dust gets thrown back into here to reclaim it into iron ingots. Yeah, welcome to factory gaming. Dang, I went from hacking no machines to 4 machines in a span of like, what, 10 minutes? It's been 50 minutes since stream started. Never mind, what the heck's happened already? Okay, but when do we get the Mega Steam Bender? That's the Forge Hammer, but it has the steam, the bending machine efficiency. Why did I make this thing? Ow. Because I can't ever justify making plates in this now when the biggest cost is just time waiting on the bending machine. So, pumps also pump fluid out of machines into things. So we could technically automate fluids with them if I knew what I was doing. Other things we'll want to grab out of pumps, chemical bath. You know? I don't think it would be cheaper to make bronze fluid pipes, right? Extruder is an MV recipe. So we still have to make these by hand. Oh, I need a lot of tin rotors. Do I have a better way to make tin rotors? In a fluid solidifier, we can use molten tin. If we would make the extruder, we could extrude them. Hmm. How cheap's an extruder? We might make an extruder for a cheaper tin rotors. Because this is, if we make it, we need extruder shape, which we could cast. Is that worth it? Because I really don't want to do all the fiddly handcrafting, because making these by hand is a huge annoyance. See, I think we get an LV extruder for that reason alone. So I need some big copper wires. Cat okay?
Yes, she got her nails stuck in her scratching post.
I see.
She ran away, but the scratching post was still on her nail.
I see what you mean by the window, by the way, like not being in.
What?
I see what you mean by the screen not being in.
Yeah. That's where the wasps got in from.
I understand now. Do I not have another machine casing? Guess I don't. Get in here. Okay. So when this is done, it then goes directly to steel ingots. The pain is going to run one machine at a time. We'll get better, though. We do have 4 tin rotors, but we just want to be able to make them in bulk. We need more than 4. We'll need, like... Thanks to pumps, we'll need probably at least a stack of tin rotors for now. I mean, you know, we'll need, like, probably millions of them or something funny like that, but for now, we can get away with just, like, a little bit. That is an LV recipe, right? I'm not going insane? Okay, it is. I guess we can work on the other part. I need to get a casting mold so we can actually make the cast for it. Because that's something I have to do by hand. So yeah, we cast it with steel. And to this, it's file and wire cutter. Okay. So yeah, this is the extruder shape. Casting form rotor shape. And that gets put on molten steel on the casting cable. And get more tin tables. Let's go. Ugh. Okay, there we go. Extruder shape. Is my starfruit ready yet? I need to make more starfruit juice because I don't have enough starfruit juice yet to max it out of different food items. Let's go, starfruit. Always be grinding for the extra 1 heart. We got so many bonus hearts, it's not even funny. Thanks to my love of cooking for blockheads. Smoothie. That's why there's 3 various cakes here. Okay, I need all of this. Let me just make yeah, let's just do that for now. That'll be enough. Where's my wrench at? So those need, we need more tin cables. We need more wrought iron plates. I can solve one of those through capitalism. Yeah, welcome to where a bulk of my hacking technician coins are going to go, is just buying plates. Because I am lazy. Okay. Extruder. I am missing a piston for it, I believe. We need a lot of pistons. I am missing... So we got that, we got that, we got the motors. We got steel plates. I need steel... rods. Let's throw a stack of steel in the lathe. Jeez, we are eating through all this steel. Dang, I thought we had enough, but jeez, you were so right about it not being enough steel. I'm just being chewed on.
The rice is finished.
The rice to finish? Gotcha. So if I go to, like, power... Yeah. Like, we could make a semi-fluid generator, but that... Like, we could make a semi-fluid, but we need a cobalt cable? I don't know how the heck we make cobalt wire. Like, how do we get cobalt ingots in, like, LV would be my question. Like, is there even a way for us to get cobalt ingots? Because it's an MV, like, EBF recipe. I could Tinker's Construct cast them? I don't know if our smelter has enough heat for that. I mean, I could go throw cobalt in the Tinker's smelter and see if it casts. Alright, will you melt? Is this hot enough? Yeah, see, it's not hot enough. How do you get that 1 cobalt wire for the semi-fluid generator? Because this is out, because we weren't able to burn hot enough. Also, it actually doesn't take the dust at all. It only recycles parts. So we need to get the ingot, which I can't smelt directly from dust. I can EBF it, but that requires having an EBF. Fluid solidifier doesn't help. I could mold it from nuggets. That doesn't help. I could recycle anything made of cobalt. That doesn't help. Arc furnace? No. How do you do that? Can I make the nuggets somehow? Bees. Not likely. Fire crucible to dupe it. Alloy smelter, no. Arc furnace. I mean, there's an LV arc furnace, but, like, that's its own side quest. So you're cooking graphite cell. How do you get that? Like, how do you... Is that it? You have to make an LV arc furnace? That sounds too obnoxious. We're just gonna use the standard combustion generator. We'll just make combustion engines. Anyways. Boop. Back to the original task. I want an extruder. So it's that. What are my hulls? This and 2 circuits. Extruder get. If I run a wire off the other side of this, will it work, or can it only... It probably will output one way. We'll just put, like, here. I need more tin cables, don't I? I have tin cables. Where'd my wire cutters go? I left them in the other thing when I made the hecking, the mold. Yep. All of this for cheaper tin rotors. And also because tin rotors are a huge pain to hecking craft. Okay, extruder, you make tin rotors. That is your entire purpose in life. Get to it. I have to pull this or else our machines will power fail. It power failed. Oops. One generator moment. Okay, this is not sustainable. We need to make this sustainable. Next step, I need combustion generators. I don't think I have a cheaper way to make gears. I mean, I can alloy smelt them directly. I guess that's the cheapest way to make gears. So that will go there. Gears. You just make like a lot of them. We need a lot of them. Because also I need better cables. I think tin is our best wire right now for LV power. So I need a lot of tin wires. Oh, oops, I turned all of our tin to rotors. Oopsies. It's a good thing we should have more cassiterite sand, yeah. We're not going to bother processing this through the ore line. We'll just smelt it directly. Oh no, my byproducts. The horrors. The byproducts do not matter right now. So you're done. 10 more rotors. And then you can make tin wires. I need rubber. I need sulfur. I don't need 600 wood pulp. Stop making wood pulp, please. It's not auto outputting. I probably need like... I don't know how auto output works. I mean, they'll have to... I always want the gears first. Oh, our steam buffer's failing. Our steam buffer's failing. That's bad. It's not supposed to do that. It really is not supposed to be doing that. Oopsies. Go gadget emergency creosote cells. Oh, you know why I don't want to stay on Steam longer than I have to. I'm really bad at managing my Steam buffer. In an emergency, we can just burn creosote directly in this thing. Boo, you can't. It has to be in the buckets? You're kidding me. Never mind. I don't know what you want from me. You want some zebra wood? Here, take some zebra wood. Okay, we gotta start pulling things from production because we're not making enough steam before we run out of steam in our pipes. That's fine. This will stop. You will... You only use 400 liters. You're fine. This is not using any more steam. We need to let the buffer build up a bit. And then we'll be fine. Yeah, no, we need better power. We need better power. I'd like to ditch the Steam setup ASAP, because and then we'll swing back around to finish off the rest of the Steam multis later in LV. Once I have a better axe setup for it, other than a few solar blows and panic throwing things into the big one when we run out of power. That thing takes too long to heat up. Okay, so you're done, you're done. You can keep going. You use too much steam. Nope, you can't. I need better cabling. Give me these back. I will use 2x? No, we'll run our machines off of 4x cables. For that, I need a rubber. Oh, I remember why we're in this situation, because I need rubber. Can I, so, right. Technically we're supposed to wash this first, but we can just do it dirty and hard hammer it. And then we can just manually cauldron wash our sulfur. Jeez, it's like, because I forget that their buffer goes from full to not full real quick if we're not careful. Also, we've chewed through like half of that steel I prepared. Just a quick wash of you. Like it puts in here. Yep. And then here's, you can replace with that. I don't know how to put this on, however. How's our steam doing? Why is it still so low? What is using it? I don't think anything's using it right now. I think it's just taking a bit to get back. I think Cat uses 640. We produce more than 640 with just our solar. Okay, and this is now starting to actually produce steam again. Cool. Crisis temporarily averted. To celebrate, I'm gonna go get some starfruit for new food items. Don't worry about what that said. You didn't see that. You didn't see what that text said. Anyways, starfruit. Cause, yeah. Okay, what have we not made out of starfruit yet? The juice. The other thing I think we haven't done yet is a starfruit jelly sandwich. But I need peanut? Oh, our peanuts are ready. We can make peanut butter. So we can make starfruit jelly sandwich now. Jeez, my inventory's a nightmare mess again. Peanut butter. Where is it? Hello? It's ours. There it is. Sort by name, starfruit jelly. That's pear. Starfruit jelly. Starfruit jelly sandwich. Not yet eaten. New food just dropped. Let's go, another heart. Oh, this thing's so slow. Do we have a bet? How do we do better alloy smelting for rubber? We could make more of them, but then we don't have the steam to run more of them. I can make the electric version, but that just kicks the can down the road. And honestly, we're better running things off steam than electric power. I guess we just cope. Because I need rubber sheets for cabling. Hello, cabling? Oh, it's 2 for 1 4x cable. I see. Boom. 4x tin cables, because we will not need 8x. 8x is overkill. We're not running 8 generators off of 1 hacking wire line. Plate molds. You can get extracting the slime for rubber. You're already done. Okay. 1, 2... I need just 1 more of these. There. Well, in the meantime, what are we doing? Combustion generators. How do we do this? Piston. My base is powered by vampire piston. How do I make more of these? I need steel plates. I need steel things to be lathed. I need my base to not run out of power. I need small gears. I could make... No, that's an MV to extrude them. Okay, small gears have to be handcrafted. Cutter, hammer. I love microcrafting hell so much. It's my favorite place to be in the world. Surely I can run a lathe off of our Steam infrastructure, right? Okay, our buffer's back to half full. Cool. Back to business as usual, because I'm pretty sure the railcraft boiler's now kicked in. We'll give it a diamond as a treat. As a treat, my power system can eat a diamond. There we go. Yes. Yeah, it's just that our power can't keep up, because none of these are calcified. Lovely. You wonder why there's 2 crops missing there? Ender Creeper. Okay. I feel like I've got more progress done this stream in like an hour than last stream of like 3 hours, but that's just how it be. So that, plates, motors, rods, and what kind of wires are those? Tin cables. Where are my rods at? Jesus, is slow. In the meantime, I can go throw this steel dust to my smelter rig, because I think that's the only way we have right now for reclaiming steel dust. Is the smeltery exactly? I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. It's the only way you can get value out of steel dust. Or we could hold it and make a lumite out of it, but... There. That should be on ingots now, because we need to always be turning the steel knife to ingots, because it's kind of slow. Just as an auxiliary way to get our steel back. Again, shout out to the time I did all of LV off of a 1 BBF. It took so long. I've already made more progress now than I did on that hacking playthrough in like 5 hours. Because I was so steel starved the entire time. Anyways. Right, rods. Right, you're very slow. I need more plates. There. We'll make them till we run out of small gears. Yum. Yeah. Like, do we have a... I mean, if we really wanted to, we could make a second turbine, like a steam turbine. But the problem is we don't have the steam to support that, so it's not really worth it. It'll let us produce faster, but then we'll just eat through our buffer and be in the same position anyways. Dang, so we're down to 3 stacks of steel. We had, like, 6 or 7.5? I can't remember, but... Yikes. Okay, that's all our small gears dealt with. Combustion generators. Oh, I need more circuits. We can do more circuits. I could so do more circuits. Just let me get some more coins first, because I'm don't have any red alloy. I got a quest on an LV. What? Did I not grab like the extruder rewards? Okay, I didn't grab the extruder. Loot bag. Oh, a free dolly. Wait, that's actually really nice. Let's go. Free dolly. Yeah, I mean, that's really... Dolly lets us just move chests and tanks around. I mean, yeah. I'll take some upgrades to our drawers. Let me just have some battery barrels over here. Boom. Okay then. Back to LV. What was I doing? I got distracted. Right, circuits. Right, red alloy. Run 8? It can run 8 ULV volts, which I don't think there's any ULV generators, so I don't think that's actually relevant. That, we got the resistors. Why did we stop making circuits before? What did we run out of? Two more. We need more. We need more than 2. We need way more than 2. What am I out of? Vacuum tubes. I need more glass bulb. Ball. I need more glass dust. Okay, laziness wins again. Where is it? 50 Explorer. Maybe laziness doesn't win. I don't have enough Explorer coins. Okay. I should have some glass lying around somewhere. It's not as much as I thought I had for glass. Okay then, we have to actually play the video game now. How do I make large quantities of glass dust very quickly? I have to, dang, I actually don't have a good way to do that. Do I? Okay, we actually have a thing we have to figure out. How do we get glass? It's gonna be sand and flint? That's actually not that bad. There's a hecking... Never mind, I thought it was an ender creeper, there wasn't, it's just my portal. So... Okay, how do we get good quartz sand dust? The Eye of Harmony, of course. We can macerate sand. Ow. Ow. So macerate that. I don't have any cobble on me. Let's go grab some cobble. We can forge hammer that into gravel. Yeah. Glass production is not it right now. And then we could turn the gravel into flint. Let's go. Big hammer has a use. Hammer this now. In the meantime, none of these machines are really doing anything, but that's fine. Let's just steam buffer build up. Ooh, I left my mortar and pestle somewhere. Where did I leave it? I don't know where I left it. Cool. We'll make a new one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't have anything on me to make this out of? Jeez, we made it on bronze probably, right? Yeah. That's enough. Okay, and then our best yield of flint dust is... envy electrolyzing clay. Like, yeah. We're just macerating this, right? Yeah. I guess as you get gust, right? Because you can electrolyze clay in MV for a billion byproducts. Wood pulp. At least we just need the dust, and we don't have to actually, like, Tinker's contract smelt it all. Of course, that wouldn't work. Okay. Flint dust. And then I need more sand. The best way to get more sand is to get an excavator and eat all the sand in the desert. I don't have an excavator. And I really don't feel like making one just for sand. We'll just have to coast by the amount of sand we have for now. And I'll do that later when I get fed up with the problem enough. As per most things, I will simply cope. Okay, so it's gonna be like this. Glass dust. Because I was smart and did pre-make a bunch of, I turned all my red alloys into red alloy bolts, so at least we have a bunch of those. For vacuum tubes. Guess the assembler would help for them, right? But... Yeah, the assembler makes it cheaper, but I really don't think we want to make an assembler yet. Also because the amount of hacking setup it would take. So we have to get a fluid extractor for redstone. And then we wouldn't have the power to run anything plus it, which is the bigger issue. We can just shape crafting it for now. I need more copper wires. I also need more fine copper wires. We might need more copper ore soon, actually. We have more calico. Never mind, we have enough. Just because, yeah, our resource demand just, like, went up significantly for raw resources. Like, we were sitting on a lot, but... yeah. Darkwood sapling produces chalky apples. New food? Question mark? We can eat mushrooms too. Okay. So I'll get done on those wires. This is still going away. Because, I mean, we'll start with just 2 combustion generators. One for the oil pump and one for base. And then we'll work from there. Because, I mean, we'll need probably 4 to 8 for base, depending if we want to also run the EVF off of light fuel. But we'll start with 2, because then we could build more over time as we need them. Vacuum tubes. Fine wires, which I'm almost out of. Copper wire. Steel rods. Bolts. I need fine wires. I have 64 fine wires, never mind. 16 glass tubes. I need more steel rods. You can stop in wires, because I need to run the steel rod machine now. Just lay a stack of them. Just lay a stack of them. I need that hang glider. Okay. We'll get the rest of these later. In the meantime, circuits. They're there. But say, I thought I had circuit boards somewhere. I need more resistors soon, too. I need more red alloy cables soon. I need more everything. We just need more of everything constantly now. I ran out of red alloy cables. They're still on cooldown. That's fine. 5 is good enough for now. Combustion generators. I need more basic motors for those. Okay, LV motor. Needs more iron rods. I guess we swap the lathe off of steel and onto iron. Stop lathing these. Start lathing these. All this can get thrown into our furnace. For now. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, also I stole a bunch of bricks from a village, so that's why it's so tall now. I forgot. I'm not going to stand here and stare at it. It takes 20 years for it to actually cast anything. We'll eventually probably want to make a second casting table just for my own sanity. Need some more tin cables. I'm gonna buy more tin cables because we can. If I had enough coins here, which I don't. Spending coins on cables is just extra production of cables. Trust. I mean, because the thing is, like, later on, I don't think there's much of a use for coins, right? So I might as well spend them now while I got them. Magnetic. It's only 3. I need more iron rods. The hecking infinite crafting struggles. I need more steel gears too. How's my power? How's my steam banks? Fine. Let's make another stack of hecking steel gears. And by that I mean we'll make as many as a stack of steel is worth. Go gadget alloy smelter. The hecking waiting on the lathe because it's more resource efficient. Pain. 'Tis fine. Everything will become faster later on. This is still better than handcrafting every component. You just gotta believe. You just gotta believe in that this is better than handcrafting because of the resource savings. I can't talk. I can't words. I'm sorry. That's enough for now. We will get back to more motors later. Let me make my 2 combustion generators. That. I need my gears. They need 2 tin cables, 2 circuits, and then 2 pistons each. So how you are new power supply that's actually better. You will get plugged in to the wire. Okay, the other one's gonna be used up for oil. I should have like a bunch of creosote cells somewhere, yeah. We'll just run this one off of creosote oil. Because we've got a bunch in our coke ovens that we might as well use. Because it's not like the coke ovens are doing anything else. Okay, next step. I need to get oil processing going. Also, with 2 of these, we can now run multiple machines at once. Look at that efficiency. More copper wires. Okay. We've locked in. We want oil. Thank you for all these random fluid cells. Thank you for 2 cetane boosted diesel fuel. Pumps. Right, pumps need a bunch of random hacking things. So pumps need rubber rings. That's a little expensive. I need my kitchen knife, actually. Because that would be like this. Okay. Oh, did the extruder make better rubber? Wait, it made an extruder. That makes better rubber, right? I can make better rubber sheets. Yeah, I think a hecking new plate shape. And then we can actually make rubber that isn't as cringe. That's actually big, because rubber is our big struggle. Put chisel away. So, we just need this, which just needs this, which just needs a blank form. Gotcha. Take these back. I need so many of these. So that's me file and wire cutter in that configuration. I can just do that in here, right? Nope, it has to. It's shaped. It has to be the big crafting table. Nope, other way around. Plate shape. And then thanks to all the steel dust we've been throwing in here, this actually we should have a ton of steel just to do it with. Yeah, 30 ingots of steel in this thing, by the way. Anyways, get back on casting steel. I wish I could just turn the steel into blocks, but I don't think I can do that. Also, I'm doing steel blocks. Okay, extruder. How do I make you make rubber sheets? Okay, just rubber. Gotcha. That's not bad. Go, extruder. Make rubber sheets. Half-price rubber sheets. Or we're not paying double price for it anymore, whichever way you want to look at it. The extruder can have its own dedicated chest for extruder shapes. Same with the alloy smelter now gets a dedicated chest for me to shovel the alloy smelter shapes. So I don't lose them. There. That's almost done on rods. You can get back on more wires. This thing's very inefficient with creosote oil, but again, how the heck can you get a cobalt cable? Up next, pumps. Need rings, need tin cables, need tin screws. So the most efficient way is to lave tin bolts. Most efficient way to get tin bolts is to saw them by hand, because I don't have a cutting machine. Okay. You now make tin rods. That is so slow. Oh well, it can be slow if it wants. More gears. I would like more rubber. Sulfur. Raw rubber dust. This gets combined with where flint dust got to. I don't know where flint dust is. There it is. What mods am I using? The Greg Tech New Horizons, hecking, uh, Greg Tech New Horizons. Also a mod that lets chat show up in the chat box here. But the Greg Tech New Horizons mod pack. So, a lot. There's a lot here. Right now, we're just in Elvion. Right now, our mods are basically Greg, because we're just Gregging at the moment. But anything that's in the New Horizons 2.7 pack is what we're using. So here's cooking for blockheads. Here's Greg Tech. A lot of this is all Greg Tech. Here's Railcraft. This hang glider is open blocks. This Dolly's Java. IC2. We have IC2 crops outside. Thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. Tinker's Construct. Here's the smeltery. Yeah, there's a lot of different ones. Chisels making nice looking things. All the Pan's Harvest Craft stuff. Yeah, I don't even know what every mod in the mod pack is. I haven't gotten far enough to see them all. I will make baked beans. I like how beans on toast is worse than baked beans. Okay, my wires are done. What am I even doing? Right, I need screws. Right. Right, this thing takes years to do anything. I need my... Where'd my saw get to? Where is my saw? I need my saw. I seem to have misplaced my saw. Is it back here? That's the wrong saw. Is it my inventory and I'm blind? No. There it is. What do I not need? I don't need 15 iron dust. But yeah, today's episode is we are factory manager, because that's what we're doing today. Jeez, this thing is so slow. Those get sawed to bolts, and then the bolts will be ran through here once it hurries up. We'll need a few screws, so it's not like we need to run this on a full stack. I need more tin cables? I have tin cables. So in the meantime, I just put everything else we need for this in here. That, wrench, screwdriver. Watching for a while, what are you watching? You're watching GregTech New Horizons gameplay. Also known as the world's longest mod pack. That's what you're watching. I need motors. But we've just hit LV, so I have to make a bunch of different machines. I need more motors. We have a shortage on motors. Okay. I can make motors. I'm going to have a shortage on cables. But the start of LV is just a microcrafting hell. There is no escaping it. It's just how it be. We build more bridges? We don't need a second bridge. Don't get greedy. Look, this bridge already cost the city $3 trillion, and you want a second one? That's so greedy. We don't have the taxpayer funds for another one yet. I am sorry, but we do not have taxpayer funds for a second bridge. Anyways, I need tin cables. But also, we do just have to get through microcrafting hell. I'm sorry, Spaltans, but this has to be done. Where do my rubber sheets go? Did I use them all already? There's no way. I guess I used them all already. I used all my rubber dust already? Can we cut down the slime trees, I guess? Where's my lumber axe? There. The leaves can stay. I'm not gonna bother updating the blocks so they decay. Okay, so those get thrown into here. How's our steam buffer doing? Fine, it's still full. Nice. I've got 4 rubber bars. Those get extruded at light speed. So I can then... I don't have any tin wires. What machine are we running? Just a lathe? We can also run the wire mill. This needs more creosote. If this is idle at the moment, these can be now turned into more glass bulbs. Okay, we're good. Anyways, is version 1.12.2? No, Greg, Tech New Horizons is 1.7.10, I believe. But it backports a lot of modern features, so some things from since then are implemented. For example, the new update tomorrow is giving us back the offhand slot. Because right now I don't have an offhand, but there's an update tomorrow that'll give you an offhand slot. So it's technically 1.7.10, but it's got a bunch of like weird, random modern features in it. So it's interesting. Cable that. I need more rubber. I can't make a faster extractor. I can make a faster compressor. That's going to help me. It's a very interesting mod pack. But here, I'll show you the progression. We're here at tier 1. There are 13 tiers. If you don't count Stone Age. Most people do not finish the mod pack, but that's not the point. The point of the mod pack is to have fun until it gets too obnoxious that you quit playing. So tin screws are ran on any. Cool. Those are at least faster than making the actual bars. Okay. I need more tin wires. Tin cables. That glass is done. Throw mold, grab. But yeah, the main mod of this mod pack is Greg Tech, hence the name Greg Tech New Horizons. I think New Horizons was its own mod, but then it got Gregified, and then they worked on the mod pack for 10 years. So... Ow, what just hurt me? I have no clue what just hurt me, but okay. Banana bread. I might have just jumped and hit a steam pipe, I guess. These pipes do hurt you if you touch them, because, I didn't... Who needs workplace safety? I feel like workplace safety is a silly concept. I could make them safe and cover them with something, but we don't need that here. Okay, those get thrown back there. Do I not have raw rubber? We do, okay. Thank you, T-Search. Meaning I never have to organize a chest ever. Right, tin cables. What's the cooldown left to buy more? 2 minutes. That's enough tin wires. We don't need more tin wires right now. Okay, I think the wire mill can actually just chill out for now. In the meantime, bending machine could now start working. Okay, so we need to pump oil. I keep saying that, but we need to actually now lock in on doing that. Where's LV? LV. We need our pumps. We have enough motors for now. This could chill, and we'll finish the rest of them later. Pumps. Let me overlay that. Rings. My rotors. My screws. This. Motors. I need more tin cabling. Right, the rubber issues. Rubber will always be our issue for a while, because we don't have good ways to produce rubber for now. There's one tin cable. Oh, and it needs my wrench and a screwdriver. Where? There. I'm just blind. Yippee, rubber. Like, I don't think there's a better way for us to do rubber yet. Like, we could probably, like, liquid mold rubber if we're insane? Like, is there a better way to do rubber? Like, can we, like, make a liquid rubber? Yeah, if we get a chemical reactor, we can get better rubber by processing it as a liquid. But that requires a chemical reactor. Ooh, tin cables pops. By the time we do that, we will already have enough rubber to do what we need to do anyways. Coins. Tin. Machine to solidify it too, even worse. Yeah, we also need a machine to solidify it, you're right. So yeah, by the time we get to that, I'd prefer to just focus on getting oil processing down first. Because priority one is always power, because without power, the machines don't work. 7 pumps is good enough for now. Pump. Dang, all these large fluid pipes I don't care about. Dang, cheeseburger. I've not eaten bacon cheeseburger yet, so we'll make those. Okay, oil. Pump. Dang, it sure is a good thing that I spent the time to make all these pumps. It's almost like I knew we needed so many. It's almost like I knew we needed a lot of them. I actually need to make a machine casing first. I need a wrought iron. I need more wrought iron plates. Dang, at least the bender. Oops, not auto, but ah. There. Okay, just one casing. So it's that. That. Circuits. Pumps. Oil pump. That's step 1. Step 2, get this thing out of my inventory. I don't need my plant lens. Step 3, we need mining pipes to actually drill for the oil. I'm not insane. So, but the best way to get it is to, you have to wire mill steel fluid pipes. You wanna know why they gave you 6 steel fluid pipes? Because they were being nice. Greg Tech Devs being nice for once, and actually giving you enough steel to, make the fluid pipes. I don't think that's actually enough. I think they only gave you half of what you need. That is fine. That is a-okay. We will just make the rest ourselves. We eventually will probably want a second pump when we really get into oil. But for now, yeah. Also, we need a distillery. Because we'll have to be able to refine the oil. But the distillery needs another circuit. And circuits need more vacuum tubes. So that, those, 1, 2, 3. We'll just make a few for now, because I'm out of steel rods. There. Okay. Circuit. The LV one, please. Oh, I'm out of red alloy. I am still too lazy to make more red alloy, because, you redstone. So, back to the store we go. Don't worry, eventually I will actually just make a bunch of red alloy cables when I feel like it. But, again, our biggest thing is this is more of a, not necessarily a red alloy saving measure, it's a rubber saving measure. Because, rubber is our issue. Oh, I need, more circuit boards.
Actually, you said it, and now I'm getting creative.
That. Where are my resistors at? Oh, they're in here. We're out of resistors? Dang. Oh, well, I guess we need more resistors. I'm surprised we burnt through all of them already. I thought we made enough. Oh, well. Anyways, distillery. Any other LV machine hall? Why am I microcrafting machine halls? Why am I not bulk crafting machine halls? What is wrong with me? I need a bronze fluid pipe. Don't ask why I'm microcrafting machine halls. We'll fix that later when I get around to it. Like everything else, when I get around to it, we'll fix it. Pump. I need my machine hull. 2 circuits, 2 glass, 2 tin cables. Distillery. Distillery, very important. It's how we turn our oil into something usable. I need more 4x tin cables. Please give me more of these. Right now, it doesn't really do much. But, oh yeah, I get rewards. I'll take 64 empty cells. We'll need to transport the oil. Is it day or night? For me, like, in real life, it's evening. I'm in Central Time, so evening-ish. 6 p.m. for me. I can just keep chugging away. So there we go. 64 mining pipes. Bing. Inventory's so full of trash. Okay, then. Here's some oil. So we could make long-distance fluid pipes, which is probably worth it. Because then we don't need to transport it by hand. We could just sit in our base and have it pumped to us directly. Right? The only downside is it takes a metric ton of steel. But a metric ton of steel is something we can do. Okay, stop making mining pipes. Stop making mining pipes. We have enough. I need more gears. We have enough gears. I need 2 of these. Oh, they're so much cheaper if I make an assembler. Oh, that cost savings of the assemblers. It makes 2 of them. We could pivot and make an assembler, honestly. You want to pivot and make the assembler? I'm down to pivot and make the assembler. Honestly, let's pivot and make it a... Because, Jesus, hacking pipelines are expensive. We could be out of steel. We could have eaten all of our steel. That's a big yikes moment. Oh, some of these have gone dark. Why have you stopped making steel? Why did you stop making steel? Oh, you're out of iron. It's fine, because the time the stream's been going, our BBFs have just been producing steel in the background the entire time. So, we actually do have access to a lot more iron, steel. It's just that I forgot to fill in with iron. Dang, that was, like, so much steel. That's an example of how much steel LV is going to take to burn for... It just takes so much of this stuff. And that was from, like, a lot of hacking, just me on my own, just messing about, waiting for steel. It's fine, though. Once we get to an EBF, we'll be fine. Okay, this can stop being on tin, please. Start being on steel rods. Yeah. I mean, in the meantime, we could go set up the pump, because we'll have to do that either way. And we can just manually run oil for now. Yeah, we should go do that. So our oil is over this direction. Let's go set it up, and we can run it manually, because long-distance pipes are kind of just a luxury. And I mean, like, I'm all for decadence, but for now, we could rough it by running oil ourselves. The assembly machine, however, is not a luxury. That's actually required for progression, so we still need to probably focus on that. As well as make probably another combustion generator. Because our big thing is making oil not suck to burn. Which means we're going to need to refine it into light fuel, which needs a few chemical processes to get done. Because it turns out using raw oil is not the most efficient way to run a combustion generator. There's so much oil here. Don't slip and fall into it, you will die. We want a bit of dirt, because we need to make a roof here, because we don't make a roof and it rains. A hydrogen's gonna be fun early in progression. Don't worry about that. I completely forgot about that part. Don't worry about that part yet, please. I forgot. I forgot we're gonna need hydrogen. We can electrolyze water, right? I don't have hacking tin cables on me. Please hold. I need to go back to base so I can actually power this thing. So I don't believe it. Can I directly power it if I were to say, do something goofy? Will you power you?
It's not from anywhere. It's just the direct.
You can? Cool. I don't have any fluids on me to power this. BRB, I need to get a bit of creosote.
Not really, no.
Let me grab a little bit of creosote. Yeah, because, like, what's our best way to get hydrogen? Like, is it literally going to be electrolyzing water and voiding the oxygen? That's gross. I mean, it's doable, it's just icky. I'm sure there's a better way, but I don't know the better way off the top of my head. That's the way you figure out there's no good way? Oh, okay. Because we can, like, set up automated water electrolyzation. Like, and just, like, because that's actually quite easy to do. Like, without, we could set up, we don't have to, like, interact with the system at all, and it'll just make hydrogen forever. It just needs a couple tanks, some fluid cells, hacking conveyor belt, the fluid cell shenanigans. But it doesn't produce it very fast, unless we make more of them, and that's going to demand more power. We also need to be chunk loading this area now if we have an oil refinery in it. And build some, like, ugly stairs. Okay. I don't think this is powered. Why are you idle? Hello? Is it like... Hello? I don't understand. Pipe the oil. What am I doing wrong? Why are you not piping the oil? Do you have the pecking thing facing the wrong way? It doesn't appear that this is powering directly. We'll just go grab a couple cables. I could just use copper wire, but then that's exposed and I will electrocute myself and die. And I prefer to not electrocute myself and die. I'll grab 10 cables. If creosote... Yeah, it does. It does burn in combustion generator. Creosote does burn in combustion. It's just a lot less efficient. I know from experience it does in fact burn the combustion generator. Is there any use case for a robot arm over a conveyor? Except for specifically, like, you know, crafting things? Like, is there any situation where you'd ever take a robot arm over a conveyor? Because I forget what the difference is for moving items. Like, I don't need these for moving items, please, right? We can just use conveyors. I hope so. But yeah, pretty soon we'll be able to set up, like, really scuffed automation. Runs with 6 ticket slots using IC2 nukes. I see. We're very far away from doing hacking vac nukes, so I think we're okay for now. In fact, I'd prefer to avoid vac nukes unless I have to, for them being the best option for power, because why are you not oiling? Will you be happy if I do this? It will not connect to this. Is my hacking machine upside down? Why are you not? Because it won't connect to it. I'm putting the face in the machine? I don't know. We're just gonna do that so I can put a platform under it so it doesn't fall in the oil and get lost forever. It tried. My inventory's full. Let me just put down these tanks. Oh, jeez, you hecking scared me. Which jump scare? I jumped. Jeez. Oh, that's a wire. Machine facing north, output facing south. Pumps the oil. What seems to be the issue here, machines? I know we're behind the face now. Oh, oops. Okay, what if we just do, like... There. Now it's for sure we're seeing power. Oh. It's doing it. It's doing it. Yes! It's pumping the oil. Okay. There's step one. Step two, I need a way to, hecking have it either hold the oil in a tank or transport it automatically. Because I can't really just sit here with cells the entire time. We have pumps. Can I pump into one of these tanks? If I put a pump here, will you pump into these variety of tanks? You will. Look at that, baby. I didn't know if it would do that or not. We've got oil. I mean, this will actually be our long distance pipeline later, but this is like a good proof of concept. Because we are not bringing back a full dolly of this. Because it'll take way too long. Just kidding. We can bring back a dolly thanks to hang glider powers. But again, manually running the oil is a huge pain. We can probably just burn oil for now, right? Like, it's fine. It's annoying that we aren't turning to light fuel, but we need a way to get to light fuel. Because we can get, like, light sulfuric fuel. We can distill it into light sulfuric fuel, I guess, and just... It's better than oil. And we'll make it into regular light fuel later. Right? What you need on light sulfuric? Circuit 2 on a distillery. Hey? How do I... There we go. Nice. Because this is more energy than the raw oil itself. Okay, next step, we need an assembly machine. to actually process things good. I made a robot arm. Boop. Ooh, more glass tubes. Actually useful. Okay, up next, assembler needs 2 robot arms. I need more motors. Let me microcraft 1 rotor. I use tin cabling, right? How's rubber doing? Dang, rubber actually had a bit of a glow up. We're actually just burning, like, blowing through LV. Like, this is really quick. Not that I'm complaining, but... I'm surprised, I'm pleasantly surprised how quick we seem to be going through LV. If I want tin cables, we'll just buy some, because I'm lazy. I don't know why microcrafting motors will need a lot of them. Because I have no iron rods, that's why we're doing it. That's not true. Because our goal is to be able to, like, make all the parts simultaneously. Because right now, again, we only run 2 machines now at once. Our combustion generators run dry. It's a good thing we now have a better fuel source. So many fluid cells. Yeah, because this combustion generator will be run off of sulfuric light fuel. Which is probably... I think the energy it takes to produce it is less than it gives us back. By running it off just sulfuric. Again, it's not perfect, it's not light fuel, but it's good for now. Up next, assembly machine. My priority improve? Yeah. No, my priority is I want the assembly machine so I can make long-distance fluid pipes so that I can have constant oil coming in, and then I can then make into light fuel. Because having to run a lot oil back and forth is just way too inefficient. I'm not chunk loading the hecking oil pump. That's fine. That's fine. We'll chunk load it later. Piston. You. What else did... I did not mean to throw a flint sword in the ground. 310. We will just make a minimum product here. Second robo arm. This also needs... Whoop. 2 conveyor modules. I need a lot more motors. Which I am short on, I think, just base iron rods. We have the wires. Oh, I need more iron rods for both varieties. You can stop on steel rods. I need to polarize iron rods. I need to lathe iron rods. Ow. Yeah, that's still lasting way longer than the creosote was. So it's overall still a win. I mean, if you really want, we can throw hacking C18 boosted diesel in there, because, like, what other use do we have for that stuff? But, like, I want to get, like, enough set up where we can do, like, tiny automations. Like, just small things. Like, being able to feed oil into a distillery automatically. Things like that. Because the less fiddly hand stuff I gotta do, the better. Because it's a less chance I misclick or mess something up otherwise. And the less we have to use steam for, also the better. Because you steam. Remember the steam age? I certainly don't. This also needs, I think, tin cabling. And a lot of hecking rubber sheets. Our machines are going to power fail. Never mind, has enough internal buffer. Good to know. Do I really not have iron rods somewhere? That's not the right type of iron rod. Okay, yeah, I know that's in the polarizer. Okay, I don't. Well, while those run, I guess I should go stare at the smelter and grab some steel from it, because we've eaten all of our steel already. So in the meantime, we need to be reclaiming more ingots. Oh right, this thing ran dry on iron, and I just never got around to feeding it more. Here, we'll just take a few out of this. We got a stack of steel, that's good enough. Again, don't be like me on my first playthrough, using hacking 1 BBF and waiting 60 years to do anything fun. Please update the blocks, thank you. Blue. Hecking, just put them all down. If they all grow into one mega tree, that's funny. They probably won't, it'll probably just be one grows and blocks the others, but still. Maybe they'll summon King Slime. That's still taken away. This thing, again, it's not the most efficient, but... The other thing we could do is we could pump fuel directly into the generator from here, but we really don't want to do that until we have an actual light fuel production. I'm fine hand feeding this for now. Because I really don't have a system set up to pump bad fuel into here. Anyways, I need to polarize these. Let me pull this for now so the polarizer could run without power failing. That's 16, that's 64. I guess 2 16s is 32. The hacking polarizer isn't connected to... Huh? Okay, yeah, it makes sense you stopped working. You don't have a wire. How did I miss that? The polarizer is not wired. There you go, polarizer. We also want another combustion generator just because of how much power we're going to start chewing through. But we aren't quite there yet. Why did that not put oil in? There. Again, we've got multiple axes we need to improve on. We need to make our resources cheaper via the assembler. We need better oil production to keep this running. And then for better power, we need more combustion generators to run more things. It's like we need more everything immediately. And you can go solving your problems in any order you want. Because every time you do one of those, it helps everything else out.
Oh, new meat? Oh, I love new meat.
Motors. Good enough for now. So we need 2 conveyors. 1, 2, 1, 2. Where did my rubber sheets go? I had them somewhere. Hello? Did I put them in a machine randomly? Go Gadget T-Search. Oh, they're in here. I'm just blind. And I need some tin cables. Okay. To you. Oh, that's a quest, isn't it? Yippee, we did it. LV tier loot bag. Nothing. It's not nothing. Whenever it's nothing, it just means an item got auto-filtered into a backpack I have. So the only thing left is a circuits, which I currently do not have any. I have 1. I need 2. What am I missing for circuits? Resistors. Okay, I need more coal dust. We'll just make a few. I need to get a bunch of coal dust in bulk now. That's our big bottleneck. I have coal dust. Do I have slime balls anywhere? No. I turned them all into rubber. It's okay, this one random slime tree over here has come to save us. Thank you, one random slime tree. I will replant you for your sacrifice. Extracted. Remember when we had to do this all by hand? Wasn't that fun for like 30 hours? And now we just instantly set up the full machines because I stockpiled so much. Okay, that's starting to stockpile fuel cells. That's good. If you don't get lucky and you can't get slime, you could always also use like sticky resin. Breed your stick reed. For anyone trying to follow along and playing along who doesn't have slime, just use sticky resin. It's not that bad. Mining pipes, I'll go run over to... Actually, no, I won't. There, resistors. Yeah, progress, progress, progress. I need to get as much progress done this stream, so when I do off-stream things, I can, actually, like, take advantage of all their on-stream progress. Okay, you need circuit boards. We only have 2. We need more circuit boards. Red alloy cabling. Let me just pop this up. Vacuum tubes, which I'm out of now. Oh, we need more vacuum tubes. It's fine. We have just enough to make the assembly machine, which will improve our life quality so much that it is worth just tunneling on. I need another machine casing. That. I'm out of wrought iron plates? Am I out of wrought iron in general? No. Oh, you've jammed. That's fine. I guess the other thing we could do if we really want is we could make a gas turbine instead. Instead of doing this whole loop, we just make, like, sulfuric gas. Or, no, we make sulfuric naphtha. But, why? Why do that when you can light fuel? That needs another hit of oil. I love having no inventory space ever. Okay, that's done. This go back to rod making. All this iron just gets thrown back into here. Okay, now we can make the hecking assembly machine. One of, in my opinion, the bigger milestones of LV. Why is that not correct? What did I do wrong? Oh. There we go. Avengers Assemble. I need to connect that with wiring. For the assembly machine makes a lot of your recipes far cheaper to make. It just is expensive to build, which is why we built it instantly. We can't run it at the same time any of our other machines, but that's fine. It also lets you make a bunch of different things, like the golden lasso, which we got from a loot bag, so, you know. Free alloy wires, nice. That can get thrown away, that can toss, that can toss, that can toss. Take my loot bag, a basic solar engine for hacking Steve's carts. No, thank you. But yeah, lets you make a bunch of everything. We want an overflow valve at some point. For, reasons. We could go find Ardite and Cobalt. We could go to the Twilight Forest now, so lead is no longer a problem. Twilight Forest lets us break open Thaumcraft. We can make chandeliers out of flawed diamonds. For mob spawning prevention. We can make a compass to find biomes. Again, this thing does everything, but we don't care about any of this yet. That'll be next time. This time we care about oil production. Long-distance fluid pipelines. I need a bunch of double steel plates. Where are all my steel plates at? There they are. Yeah, we'll just make like 32 of them. That's enough. It's not actually as many as I was hoping, but oh well. This is also going to be on what circuit? In the assembler. Circuit 2. We actually are missing one thing. We need a fluid extractor. Before I get too excited, we need a fluid extractor to be able to get the molten tin. Where is fluid extracting? There it is. So we actually have to get this done first. Which means I need glass blocks. Which means I need to find where I threw my chisel. Game, I have a chisel. You can't lie to me. I can't find the chisel via T-search for some reason. Probably because it's an item of durability and thus the game's weird with it. So we have to use the old-fashioned way. Where did my chisel go? Curse you, items with durability. I will just make a new one. Iron plates, iron screws are all extremely cheap. And easily doable. So yeah, we'll just do that. Because it will take less time for me to build a new one than me find the existing one. We have 6 steel rods in here. That's gamer. Screwdriver, hammer. There, new chisel just dropped. New chisel just dropped. This is not hecking clear glass. This is thickened glass. We need more glass dust. I love glass production so much. Okay. Yeah, This is not the right glass. Can I turn it back into clear glass? Okay, I can. Never mind. We don't have to make more glass. Screw you, Tinker's Construct. I do not want to make more glass that way. For it is atrocious. Okay, so vacuum tubes. We cannot use the assembly recipe because it needs molten redstone. We still gotta make these boys by hand. It's that. Steel rods. I never grabbed the baking steel rods from before, but that's fine. Wires. I have 5 wires in my inventory. There. I am out of circuit boards. That is our current issue, I am realizing. We need more slime. Where am I slime at? They haven't grown yet. This tree grew fast somehow, though. We'll take that. Sapling gets replanted here. And by sapling, I mean all 4. We're gonna need so much slime. It's unreal. We're gonna have Nickelodeon run for their money of how much slime we're gonna use. If you're really lazy, by the way, and don't want to do any of that, you can just go coins, coins, coins. Yes, I would, like, spend 50 Explorer coins for sticky resin, but, like, that's a lot of Explorer coins. Okay, that's done producing rods. That's actually been through all the oil, jeez. Okay, we'll have to go back and grab more oil soon. I will try to put that off a little bit to see if we can maybe get the long-distance pipes first, but if we have to go back, we gotta go back. Okay. What am I doing? Sorry, I'm losing track. We've made too much progress this stream. I've built too many machines. I've lost track of what we're trying to do here. Right, circuits. Do I have a better circuit recipe now? Basic circuit boards. No, because I need a molten hecking glue or polyethylene or polyethylene. And we don't have a way to get molten glue. Because that requires fluid extractors or centrifuges, neither of which we have access to. Boop, boop. That's enough coated boards for now. I need more copper wires. Do I have like a stack in here I'm missing? I don't think so. We have eaten every wire. Do we have more? We do. We will always need more everything. Let me throw another half a stack of steel in here. Get that cooking. Not resistors. Copper wires. Yeah, we need more than one circuit board. Okay, we don't want to make too many of these things. Just because, again, we're trying to make the machines that make it cheaper, so we don't have to do all these steps. But that's enough for now. Circuits, vacuum tubes. I need more resistors. That's fine. We only need, I believe, 2 circuits for whatever I was making with this. Oh, right, fluid extractor. Fluid extractor. It needs another pump? I should have one more pump left, right? Yeah. Oh, it needs another machine casing. Are we bending steel at the moment? We are not. Shout out to wire mill using so little power, I don't actually have to care about it. I'm waiting for this to stop. There we go. Before I start bending. I could have sworn I bent a whole stack of these. But I guess we use them, which I guess isn't surprising. We'll throw the rest of them in. Jeez, all that steel is already gone. If you thought we had a lot of steel at the start of stream, like me, I guess I was a fool, and we're out of steel. So it's that. 2 glass, 2 circuits, the pump, 2 tin cables, and what else? A piston. Okay, fluid extractor. I need to cover another one of these Forex wires with some rubber to make it OSHA compliant. Okay, so now we can make a molten tin. Why are we making molten tin? Because I need this. To make this in the assembler, we need molten tin. And for that, we can fluid extract it on... yeah, just tin. We're going to be very precise with this, because we don't want to just have a bunch of, like, tin sitting around that we don't need. That uses 30 U per tick. We're going to power... we're going to... okay, so actually the distillery stopped. We can run that. It's going to run into power loss issues due to being too far away from the generators, but that's fine. If it powers out, it powers out. Oh, I know what happened to our pegging steel. We were making the large distance fluid pipes. What else do I need for it? It's that, my gears. Not that. And then molten tin, which we're just going to move by hand. Yes, go, my creation. Make the long distance pipes. This is a thing I can complete. I will just take gambling. Yummy French toast. Anything? Boop. 64 wood screws. Don't really need wood screws at this point, but I appreciate the thought. Okay, they say minimum distance 64, not maximum distance. I've misread them. Oops. It wants me to retrieve my distillery. I mean, sure. Sure, quest book. I'll pick it up. There you go.
I really, really do like the
Oh, I was going to say you can... Yeah, then you have to make a chem reactor, desulfurize it to light fuel. Which is correct. That's what we need to do. But we're not there yet. We need these. Which get made by throwing large steel... by throwing a lot of steel into this thing on circuit 24. So I need large steel fluid pipes. I need more steel. How go the BBFs? Still cooking. A little bit of steel, but yeah, we've blown through my entire off-stream stockpile we've built up. I mean, I guess we could just stand here and stare at the smeltery for a while. Because it's got a lot of ingots in this thing. They just take forever to cool, so I don't feel like doing that right now. But it is an option. Okay, these can keep bended. One wool's enough. Oops, I'm stuck in a chest. There's these, go into here. You go. I don't know how these things work. Like, does it have to, like, be a straight sight line? Or can I just put them wherever and they'll just magically to know how to work properly? Where's my hammer? It appears my hammer is missing and or broken. That's fine. We can make a new one. How do the long-distance fluid pipes work? Hammer. Also, we need some more pumps to actually make the system work. But don't worry about that yet. Small, large. Where did they go? There we go. So that, in the assembler, makes 64 of them, whereas the hacking shape crafting makes 32. Welcome to why we're using the assembler. It makes just more better. I need more pumps. Can I craft more pumps? I don't need the hacking hand pump. Where is it? LV pump. I think my limiting factor of them is I don't have enough bronze fluid pipes. Or we could fix that. No, it's not true. It's we don't have enough motors. That's our limiting factor. I can make a couple. We should only need like 2 or 3 to start with, honestly. Also rubber. I guess we're out of rubber now. Come on, I want to get the system working. I think we have just enough material to get the thing working. And then, you know, we could actually, like, improve it and make it viable later. Where are my tin screws at? I know I made more. There they are. Wrench. File? No. What do you want? Screwdriver. It's in my inventory. Pumps. Also want, like, an actual proper, probably storage tank for it. Like, we should probably make another railcraft tank just for oil. But future things, future things. This gives me pumps as rewards. Crazy. Can I? Cannot. I guess we could actually feed them into a Greg tank, right? Like, because they'll happily go sit into something like this. Now, that should mean the pump is now facing into this. That's the fluid extractor. That's not what you're supposed to face into. We have to rotate the distillery. We'll just flip it around. Because that's a fluid input port. Which we then feed off of this tank, which we can then feed through long-distance pipes. Do these need a pump on them? Or can these auto outport? I don't know how long-distance fluid pipes work. Let's go do some experimenting. Let's go figure it out together. Because instead of just asking questions, let's go do science. Hello, pig. Off to the oil fields we go. Because if we can... Wait a sec. I'm going to need more than 64 blocks of this stuff. Back to base we go. I'm going to need, like, probably a few hundred blocks. Probably a couple hundred blocks. Whoop, whoop. We'll let this run. We'll see if 3 stacks is enough. I hope so. But if this works, it means we can have on-demand oil processing. For not on-demand, but like passive oil processing. Not really, but you know what I mean. The oil gets pumped to our base and we don't have to go pick it up. That's what I mean. There. Let's go see if I can figure out how this works. Because, again, that's our closest oil sources over here. There's no, like, closer oil sources, unfortunately. Cave. So, yeah, running back and forth is a huge nightmare pain. So, we don't have to pump it all the way to base. If we can get it close enough, I'll be happy. I just don't know, like, do they need, like, a straight sight line? Probably. Which means we need two connections. We'll need a connection from... Oh, I covered the oil field. It's over here. Let me go ahead and mark that. There it is. We'll need... Because we'll need, like, one from, like, here to here, then one from here to here, and then one actually from here down into base, because it will be in the sky. So I'll need a third set of these. That's fine. We can get a third set of these at some point. It just takes a metric ton of steel that we no longer have as we spent all of our steel. Okay, actually, I think the first one we could use to drill hacking down into the... How do you work? And first, okay, first step first, this needs to be chunk loaded now. Okay, so if I do this, do I have to manually place these pipelines? Pipeline input, pipeline side. I don't have a wrench on me. We gotta go back. Okay, how do these work? 4 more chunks. Align it so the arrows are facing inwards. And the opposite side of it has a pipe. And will then attempt to send fluids as fast as it can. Okay. Do the opposite on the far side. And it'll be teleported to you. Uh-huh. How does this work? Welcome to the part of Greg where I no longer have any idea how anything works because we've gone too far past my past playthroughs, and now I have to figure it out as we go along. Uh-huh. Can I bend the pipes? I think I can, because I just need to, like, lead a string of... Wait, okay, wait, no, I think I misunderstand how these worked. I think I was misunderstanding fundamentally how these worked. I think I understand now. I need this hacking cover back. I don't have a crowbar. So this should feed pump oil into this, which we then use these pipes to get back to base. Oops. We just have to build the pipeline. It's a little bit annoying, because we have to now manually build this. However, it does mean we will have a steady supply of oil being sent back to base. If this works how I think it works. We just have to manually build this thing out, which is going to take forever, and we don't have enough of them. But that's okay. It taking forever is fine. And yeah, we're going to need more of them, because I believe our base is more than, like, 184 blocks, however many this counts as, away. This seems a lot better if you have, like, an oil pump that's maybe, like, 100 to 50 to 200 blocks away. Not me, where I don't have oil anywhere nearby. But I don't think we have a better solution to get oil to base unless we literally want to hand-run oil back and forth, which does not sound fun. Yeah. Oh well. I now understand it, though. We just have to finish the process. Whoop. So yeah, we'll need probably another couple stacks of these pipes. It does mean that when this thing runs dry, we can just move the pipeline to the next oil well. So it's not like we have to remake all of these again. We just, like, extend it, because when this runs out, we could just go feed off of... That's an eerie biome, that's not oil. Actually, I think that's oil. We can just go feed off of that. The extendo pipe. I'm so many meters away. Yeah, I need more than 3 stacks of this. But again, this is a huge pain to set up, but I believe it'll be worth it long term, so we don't have to run back and forth. Also, we've hit sunk cost, so even if it's better to just run back and forth real quick, I've now hit sunk cost fallacy. We have to at least utilize this system we've built. Six, 5, yeah, we're gonna run out. 3, 2, 1, 0. So it's there. We got about halfway. So probably 2 to 3 more stacks of them, we should be good. We can make a few more stacks of them. And again, it means next time we have to do this, it'll be quick, because we don't have to actually build them all. You need way more steel plates than I can currently supply you. How to get more steel? This. That's how we get more steel. We stare at the hecking Tinker smelter now for the next hour. Oh, just kidding, these are done. You're both still running. Those have stopped, but I think it's because they're out of iron. Which is an off-stream problem to solve, probably. Resource collection is now an off-stream issue to do. Okay, these need to be bent. So if I understand how this works, though, I should be able to just go boop. And then feed a line of oil into it. It does mean we're going to run into a spaghetti pipe mess in the middle of our base, but I feel like every base is destined to become spaghetti pipe mess at some point. If your Greg Tech base doesn't become spaghetti pipe mess, are you really playing Greg Tech New Horizons? Let's go ahead and, like, run some of our other EBFs off of just charcoal. Yes, it's inefficient, but hecking, we need more steel. Like, we are desperate. And by we are desperate, I mean I want to finish the pipeline today on stream. Because it's kind of a shame if I finish it off stream and go, hey everyone, I spent like 6 hours and we finished the pipeline, ooh. This feels like a bit of a letdown. I mean, what time is it? We've been on for 3 hours? I give another hour or two. Surely that's enough time to finish it. Surely it will only take another hour or two. I'm gonna go check my chest too to see if there's any steel lying around I've forgotten about. There actually is steel in here I've just forgotten about. That is huge. That's a big advantage. Always be checking your storages, because you may have just forgotten a bunch of your steel somewhere. Okay. Because I really don't want to like sit and stare at the Tinker's Furnace Forge on stream for the next hour. But if needs must, I will do it, Gregory. Don't tempt me. Yeah, 4.
It's very 2016, but it's very good.
12, boop boop. That runs. I need more steel plates. So much steel dust. It's just, again, because the problem is the best way to get steel dust back is to hecking throw it into your Tinker Smelter and stare at it. Well, it takes precisely, like, 20-30 seconds to cool. I don't know how long the cooling rate is on it, but it's bad. Because we do have, like, access to basically another stack of steel, which would be enough. The problem is the processing speed on it. Because, yeah, these take a while. Because it's like, oh, wow, it's 82% done. Only another 600 seconds to go. Which I think is, like, a lot of time. I don't know how much 600 is. 10 minutes? That doesn't sound right. 60 seconds for a minute, 600 seconds. No, that's 10 minutes, yep. Everything else here we can do interesting. Make cobalt brass. Steal your rods. I mean, like, I don't really care about following the quest. I care about doing the thing. Because if we're just hard focusing quests, yeah, we can do other stuff. But hard focusing quests does not help us progress our game state beyond making a bunch of useless machines that we couldn't even power. Getting oil to our base lets us progress the game state. It's just, dang, I really thought our steel reserves would last a tiny, eensy bit longer. Another 64. Maybe we can make it work of 2 stacks. We'll give it a shot with 2 stacks. This needs, like, what, 10 steel plates? That's doubled. We'll give it a shot with 2 stacks and see. Worst case, it doesn't work of 2 stacks and we just gotta wait a bit longer. I should have made more BBFs than just 4. I thought it was enough. My own hubris comes back to haunt me. Let me eat an epic bacon, because I'm a gamer. Ugh. Sorry, I keep, like, checking, like, everything, like, there's gonna magically now be steel somewhere. Like, oh yes, if I check my backpack this time, there'll surely be steel there this time. If I check my Maya's backpack, sure there'll be steel in there this time. Like, if we really wanted to, we could make a second ingot cast on the Tinker Smeltery. It's like a waste of resources, though. Because really, I just have to sit there and bang it out. And, wasting resources is not something I really want to get the habit of doing just to save a bit of time in the short term. Because once I sit here and just pour this all out, like, I'll do it off stream. And then we're, like, then I don't need to make a second, ingot mold. Jeez. But no, I think we'll finish the pipeline, then probably call it after the pipeline. TM. This is almost done. That only makes, like, what, 1 ingot of steel? Because we're running the non-block version of the recipe. The stream will go until the oil pipeline is set up, and I can confirm it works. Yeah, let me make some hiking 1 ingot. I feel like that'd be a good endpoint. Because then we have free fuel. Not free fuel, but enough fuel to last us a while. And then this next stream after will be me setting up the other half of light fuel, which will be figure out how we get hydrogen. Because sulfuric light fuel is fine, but not ideal. But again, I'll say this is more advanced than I've ever gotten in Greg before. Even though I've made it to MV, I never bothered with half of the stuff I'm doing now. I just made a minimum viable product till I made it EBF. We got enough light fuel to run it because I stockpiled so much because I was running off 1 BBF. It took 10 years to build it. Okay, 2 more long distance pipeline stacks. Let's go see. First step, we have to go find where we left the pipeline at. Where did we leave off the pipeline? That should have been journey map, right? Yeah, it's just over there. Like, made it close enough to base, we'll say good enough, and then just slap a tank on the end of it. Not there. I dump a wrench on me. We gotta go back, get the wrench. The worst part is for Greg standards, this is actually very cheap and quick. This is actually incredibly fast and cheap for Greg standards. Hacking people in the late game are wishing they had my problems right now. Yeah, well. Fluid pipe. Where did we put it again? Over there. I think we just, like, hacking send it through the sky at this point. And we can just tunnel straight down to base when we get there. By that, I mean, like, we just hacking Minecraft bridge it. Get my way, tree. Like, we just do this. And, like, it does mean it's a bit annoying to do maintenance on it later when I inevitably run out of blocks, but we simply will have enough blocks. Surely we have enough blocks, Smile. We definitely have enough blocks and aren't about to run out right before we get back to base. The joke is, we're going to run out of blocks. Right before we get back to base. That's the joke, because it is true. Because I counted. But I will simply ignore that fact for the comedic irony of it. For that is how comedy works, according to someone, maybe. Last stack. We have to make another. We have to make like 1 more stack of these. You know the creepers on the mini-map? They aren't real. You see, look, there's base, actually. Oh, that didn't go down there. Yeah, we're gonna run out just before we get to the place it needs to go. Just before we get there, it's gonna run out. Because we're at 34. I think we got about 50 blocks to go. Boop. Oh well. If only I moved my base slightly closer to the oil fields. You see, we've hit the base. But the problem is, we are on the top floor and we gotta make it to the bottom floor. Ow. So we need one more stack of the things. So we gotta make it to here. How are we doing on fuel? We're fine. Almost. It's fine. It'll only take me like 5-10 more minutes to get enough steel. That's not bad. And then we could confirm that our base can be fueled by oil remotely. These hacking slime screens are everywhere. Why did I do this to myself? Okay, this is actually almost done. That's gonna be 10, which is huge. Because 10's a very big number of steel. And then, again, yeah, I don't know what our plan for next time on Greg is. Probably trying to figure out how hydrogen works. But, I don't know. Yeah, hydrogen works. Yay, 10 more. That, or we maybe build the steam centrifuge so I can finish ores? But the problem with that is that requires that I upscale steam. Which is decidedly something we're not apparently doing anymore. Because instead of going steam for LV power, we've decided the funny oil. We need more steel, we need more steel, we need more steel. We always need more steel. The factory always needs more steel. Why did I only make 4 BBFs? Don't be like me. Make 20 BBFs and somehow fuel them all manually or something. I don't know. The worst part is these have been running for like literal hours. Because I've been doing a lot of hacking just stalling AFK. Due to family stuff that's going on. I didn't really play much. So these have just been like working the whole time. And we already blew through, I mean, you saw how many stacks. It was like, we've probably gone through like 9 or 10 stacks of steel at this point. Although, to be fair, if we want to cheap out and just run oil manually, we could, which would save steel. But, the funny pipeline. I feel like it's an aesthetic set piece to just have a massive oil pipeline running through the map, you know? Like, I feel like that really sells that we're now technology. And no longer Unga Bunga caveman. To, like, I don't know who I'm trying to sell that to, myself. None of these are going to finish in time. We are just going to have to stare at the smeltery. I think there's a way to automate smeltery casting, but I'm not smart enough to know how to do that. Although I apparently do have a bunch of red alloy cables in my inventory, which is good to know. I also got sitting on like 1 billion glass from something. So I'm just checking for all this stuff because of loopback rewards I got auto-fed places. Okay. MV will fix this problem. One, because we'll have a BBF, which will just... Not BBF, we'll have an EBF, which will just make truckloads of steel. And 2, we will have the MV extruder, which lets us extrude all these pipes way cheaper. But until we get there... Which, we aren't going to rush MV. We're going to take our time in LV and really experience all the fun LV quirks. We have to do some annoying things. Because, like, next stream we could also try to rush Twilight Forest, because we have an assembly machine. We can make the quick and dirty portal generator. We can do Thaumcraft. All it takes is a diamond and 4 circuits. but I don't want to rush Thaumcraft yet. I will be going deep into Thaumcraft at some point in LV, and by deep I mean as deep as it will let me with a wood capped wand. I mean wood iron capped wand. I got some like better tanks now. What am I doing? Right, steel. What am I standing here for? That's not what the steel is. Why is there a cow in my hacking expensive crops? Get out of there. How did you escape containment? Die. There are no natural cows around here, so that one definitely escaped the pit somehow. That's bad. We need to not do that. But yeah, you also, this is kind of the reason why I like to do a lot of off-stream stuff, because you can see we've kind of just stalled out now. And, ooh, limes are ready. Limes just dropped. And, like, really the only thing left is just to wait. Which isn't the most, I mean, I like talk and stuff, like, that's still engaging on stream, right? You know, listening to a streamer say words. But it's not the most, it's like one of those hacking, like, YouTube videos where they do, like, the Minecraft parkour in the background while they talk about, like, something. It's like that now. But I don't think I'm the best at that type of content. You know, I'm not very good at Minecraft parkour. I need 2 more. So, yeah, you know. Still cooking. Okay, 1. But yeah, off stream, we'll finish processing all the steel. We'll get a bunch more, yada yada, etc, etc. Same difference, same difference. Okay, vendor machine. Here's your last order before I can finish this pipeline and confirm that it works. I guess the other thing is we could get even fancier with it. Like, we could get even a tiny increment fancier with it. I need access to another machine side. We can gain access to another machine side. Side of the basement. Yeah, but you thought this was just a funny ruse. No, the basement's actually going to be relevant as a pipe run. Ow. We'll just use bronze fluid pipes. So where's the generator located again? Here. Because if we pump said output fluid, I'm 1 pipe short. I'm 1 pipe short. You gotta be joking. Why am I always 1 pipe short? Where's my hacking wrench? Sorry, I'm just slowly going insane. Like every Greg stream. It's just a slow descent into madness. Pump? Import. I need 1 more pipe. Oh, those are done. To show off the theory. But theoretically, if we do this, first question, does this work? Does this funny pipe mess work? Are you pumping oil? Yes! Why are you not receiving oil? You have to go on export. Why are you not... Okay, and then you push oil into you. And then you make light sulfuric. I needed to not have two fluid types bouncing around in here. You see it, chat? Do you see what we've done? We've done steam, but better. I need more bronze. I need more bronze. Yoink. These need to be hammered. But if we do this, basically we can pump fluids around for power. Or pump them into a desulfurization plant later. At a far, far better efficiency than pumping steam. This will also buffer oil while it's not in use. But basically, we do not have to manually fuel any machines anymore. Because it will get pumped directly to our base. As well as giving us a bunch of oil for other purposes. That's the wrong way. We only... Like, regular blonde strip pipes would be enough. Also used for crafting other stuff. So then... Wait. Okay. Please work. Please work. I beg. I need my wrench. Oh, I've eaten all of our foods. I mean, our base is now a mess of pipes and stuff, but, like, average Greg Tech base, what do you want me to do about it? Wrench. Please. Please work. Please. Oh, please. I beg. Do you import? Yes! We've done it! Automatic fuel! We've automated fuel for combustion generators. Yippee! Okay, now what? So yeah, we've, set up automatic fuel for our machines. That only took, like, so much steel. But I think it was worth. Why are you dropping oil? Why is the oil supply in this decreasing? What the Sigma? That's not good. That means something wrong with the pumping station. Which is usually a bad sign if something's wrong with the pumping station. Okay, that requires immediate attention. Like ooh, key lime pie. Ooh, lime juice. Why are you not pumping? What had happened to our pumping station? Don't tell me we drank all the oil already. That was so little oil. Surely we didn't drink all the oil already. I do like that to get back, we can't just follow this pipeline now. I mean, the other thing is, again, the problem with oil power is it's not renewable, unlike going for, say, seed oil, which is renewable. Or steam, which is also renewable. Like, this will dry out eventually, but it shouldn't be dried out yet. So why is it that oil stopped being pumped? Pears. Okay, oil pump, what is the matter? I'm assuming there's still oil down there. It's super dark and spooky, but I assume that's still oil. We're out of mining pipes. Oh. We should have more mining pipes. I know we have more mining pipes at base somewhere. So that's fine. Let us grab the more mining pipes. In this chest. This is why we made more than 64. So yeah, priority one for now and forever is making sure we don't run out of oil. If we run out of oil, the base stops. Eventually we'll want to diversify power because of this reason. Like, because one source of power means that if it fails, the whole base shuts down. It's a big fun exercise in trying to reboot your base when it shuts down. But for now, we don't care. For now, we just need to. For now, we just need this to work. And yeah, next stream will be actually finishing oil processing to make it not cringe. Because sulfuric light feels fine. It's not ideal. You don't want to run your base off at long term. Okay, oil pump. I brought you more mining pipes. Just for you. There we go. I'm going to stock this up on sulfuric light fuel, actually. And let's dolly back this. Let me turn volume up a bit. Oh yeah, actually, one more thing I want to do before I end stream. I want a crowbar because I need to remove this pump cover on the top of it. Where's crowbar? Like hacking Stone Age? Yeah, it's like 3 iron rods and some lapis. Yeah. But we're gonna run an oil base, which I think is quite interesting, because I've never done it before, so I have no clue what we're doing. Not very eco-friendly, but that's fine. We'll just drop off the oil, like, here, wherever. Okay, crowbar. Boop, boop, boop. I need lapis. I don't actually know if I have any lapis. I might have turned it all into a fortune upgrade. No, we have lapis. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3. What tools do you need? File hammer. There. Let's go get that hecking, let's get that pump back. Yeah, let's get that pump back. I love accidentally placing covers on things. But the advantage of oil is that it's, now that we've it set up, it is super cheap. Like, you got a bit of an initial cost setting up your pipeline, but it's, like, basically free to turn to fuel. I mean, it's, again, not the most efficient you can process oil, but that'll be next stream. Setting up, like, a chemical plant and electrolyzers. And also more generators to run said processes. But I'm very happy with this. Like, I am genuinely so happy with this. You have no idea. It just makes my day when the machines actually work as intended. Give this pump back. Crowbar. Boop. Because the way these work is there's actually like an underground reservoir of oil here. It's not like it's just that spout. So it should last us a good while. But with oil flowing, that seems like a good part to end it. I need to build up another steel reserve for next time. Because we spent all our steel. And I've been going for 3.5 hours. So yeah, we're probably fine to leave it for next time. Speaking of that, let's raid out to someone then. Also, I need to get food. I haven't eaten yet, really. It's already 7:30. Ow. Yeah, look at that. Look at that fuel. Anyways, who's live? Anyone else playing the Gregory? There are, but... everyone else seems super far advanced compared to me. They're very intimidating. It's like, I'll look at it, it's like, dang, these people are like, in hacking LUV. I'm just out here happy I learned how an oil pipeline works. I mean, who do I want to raid out to? We'll pick one of them at random, I guess. Eeny, meeny. We either got hacking Bridgeward or we got Cat. Cat's not even playing Greg. They've lied to me. They're hacking playing Peak. Why they have GNTH? Yeah, we'll just go right another Greg player. See ya, gamers. Have a good night. I'm gonna spend the rest of the night getting steel production going again. But okay, bye-bye. Good night, everyone. See ya. Bye.